With great power comes great responsibility, and the fragrances I'm about to show you today, these are strong. These fragrances are strong. These fragrances are potent. These fragrances are going to cut through the winter air like nobody's business. So that's exactly what we're going to be going over today. In this video, we're going to be going over my top 10 beast mode winter fragrances for men. Before we get into the video, let me know down in the comments, what are your beast mode fragrances for winter? What are the fragrances that cut through the air the most, the fragrances that project and last the longest that you wear in the winter time? Second thing is, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a like. And now, let's go and jump right into this list. Starting off with number 10, we have Jubilation. So this is going to be the only niche fragrance in this list. All the rest will be designers, and I try to keep it, for the most part, relatively affordable. So it'll be pretty easy for you guys to pick these up. I will have all these fragrances linked down below in the description, so if you want to pick some up for yourself or for your friend or for someone else for Christmas, you can do so down below. But Jubilation, this is a fantastic scent. And a little disclaimer about this one. The main reason why I put it at the number 10 is just the fact that this isn't going to be for everyone. This one's a lot more daring than a lot of the other fragrances in this list. This has notes like blackberry, apopanax, incense, and a ton of other notes. If you look at the note breakdown of this fragrance, there's a lot of stuff going on in here, and it's, again, not going to be for everyone. This is a niche fragrance that is way more on the daring side. But if you want to get something that's different, that's unique, that's going to set you apart from everyone else, check out Jubilation. This is a super, super strong fragrance, both in projection and longevity. Very potent stuff. It's going to cut through the cold winter air like crazy. It's going to last on your skin through the entire day. This one is strong. This one is no joke. Jubilation coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. So I'm just talking about the original Spice Bomb here. I don't have the extreme, I don't have night vision, only the original. But I can tell you for sure, Spice Bomb, this is a strong fragrance. This one cuts through the air like crazy. The main reason why is because it's a spicy fragrance. It's in the name of the scent, Spice Bomb. It has the power, it has the strength to get through the cold, crisp winter air. This one projects like crazy. It lasts on my skin for the entire day. Very, very strong scent. Spice Bomb is a classic. It's a great fragrance for men. This one is pretty popular, but it is still fantastic nonetheless. If you want to get a great, spicy, sexy men's fragrance that's going to cut through the air, Spice Bomb is a great way to go. That's coming in at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. So this one is one of my new personal favorites, and it's kind of a new pickup for me, but this one very, very strong in terms of its projection longevity. This is definitely what I would consider to be a beast mode fragrance for the winter time. This one is suited for winter with the original Azzaro Pour Homme, which I do also have. That to me can be more or less an all year round fragrance. It's like an aromatic fougere barbershop type of fragrance, and typically those can work any time of the year for any situation. But Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, this guy is more sweet. It's got cinnamon, it's got, I believe, rum or brandy. It's got a lot of other sweet notes in here as well. So this one's more warm, spicy, sweet, seductive. There's a lot more going on with this one. So this one's definitely more suited for winter time. And again, what's so nice about it is that it's a strong, strong fragrance. You don't need too many sprays with this one, and just going with like 3 sprays, it's going to be cutting through the winter air really, really well. So Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, not talked about very often just because it is kind of, you know, somewhat more of an old school type of fragrance, and a lot of the new bubblegum, sweet type of fragrances has kind of been all the talk within the past few years. But I still think this is a great scent. If you want something a little bit different that, for the most part, probably no one else is going to be wearing because they're wearing all those other types of fragrances, you can check this one out. Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, beast mode scent for winter. Let's go jump into number 7. At number 7, we have Versace Eros. This is, by all means, a beast mode fragrance, 100%. If you hear about Versace Eros, chances are people are going to be talking about the performance. This one is strong. This one's got mint, it's got tonka bean, it's got vanilla, it's got lavender. It's sweet, it's strong, but a little bit fresh. It's just a really nice scent. It is going to be more for, I would say, the younger guys out there. If you're a more mature guy and you want something that reflects upon your personality of being like mature and successful, this fragrance doesn't really smell like that. This is for my guys who are in high school, in college, in their early 20s. Maybe you're doing a lot of partying. Maybe you're doing just a lot of fun stuff and you want a fragrance that smells great, that smells fun, and that people around you are going to like, Versace Eros is a must-have. This one's going to cut through the winter air like a beast. No performance issues with this one. Beast mode fragrance for wintertime, Versace Eros. Number 6, we have Bentley for Men Intense. So this is going to be one of the cheapest fragrances on this list, and it's coming in at number 6. That's crazy. This one comes in at around $30 to $35 for a 100 ml bottle, and again, it's going to be linked down below in the description where you can go pick it up, but that's a crazy price, and the performance you get from this fragrance is incredible. Longevity, you don't have to worry about it. Over 8, 9, 10 hours on my skin. Projection, it will fill up a room with just maybe 2, 3 sprays. It is that strong, so don't underestimate this one. And the fact that you get all that for a fragrance and only 30, 35 bucks is a steal of a price. Typically, to get performance like that, you're going to be paying an upwards of $70 or more in most cases to get performance that good. But you get it here, only 30, 35 bucks. Bentley for Men Intense, great beast mode fragrance for winter. If you're looking for something more affordable, maybe you're on a budget, maybe you want to give this as a gift to someone, it'd be a great gift. Definitely check this one out. Bentley for Men Intense at number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. This is another one that's pretty popular. A lot of people will compare this to Versace Eros, not in the scent, they don't smell the same, but just in the practicality and the uses. You would use this fragrance for basically the same situations that you would use Versace Eros. So it's not a formal fragrance, it's not something you would wear like to school, it's not something that you would wear to work, it's not something you'd wear to a business meeting, it's something you'd wear to a party, to a night out, to something like that. Something when you want to smell fun, loud, and young. This is the fragrance that you want to go with. And again, beast mode scent right here. This one cuts through the air. This one lasts a long time. It projects super, super strong. You don't have to worry about performance with this one. Coming in at number 5, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. Coming in at number 4, we have Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. So this is one of my personal favorite fragrances for wintertime, hands down. And this one, if you don't know the price of this one, you're probably going to crap your pants right now. This comes in at $20 for 100 ml bottle. 20 bucks for this. And this is one of the strongest designer fragrances that I own. Straight up, I'm not kidding you here. I don't have any reason to, lie about this or tell you about, make this up, because I'm not getting paid by anyone to say this. This is a fragrance I've owned for pretty much ever since the beginning of my collection, and it's just so strong. Longevity, over 10 hours. Projection, fills up a room with a couple of sprays. It is that strong. It cuts through the air so well. It's one of my go-to favorite winter fragrances for days when it's really, really cold. Days when most other fragrances in my collection just aren't going to get the job done. They're not going to cut through the air. This one has never failed me though. Salvatore Ferragamo F Black, cheapest fragrance in this list and one of the strongest too. Great, great scent here. Definitely check this one out. Make a great gift too. Coming in at number 3, we have Armani Profumo. So this one is incredibly, incredibly strong. Projection it's a strong projector to the point where sometimes I get tired of it. I really do. So I know for this one, I personally limit my sprays to about 2. 2 works great for me. It still projects a lot, but I can tolerate it more myself, because back when I was first testing it and I was wearing it often, I would go with sometimes 3 or 4 sprays and it would just be constantly drilling into my nose. I'd constantly be smelling it, and this fragrance is very sweet. So it would start to get a little bit old after a while. But with 2 sprays, I find that's about the sweet spot for me. Still gets great projection and great longevity. Armani Profumo, this one is no slouch. If you want a nice, sweet, loud fragrance for wintertime that may be a little bit more unique and maybe a little bit less worn than fragrances like Versace Eros and even like Ultra Male, I would say check this one out. And again, it's still a popular scent. I'm not saying that it's not, but I do feel like more people probably own Versace Eros than they own this one. This one's typically going to come in at a little bit higher of a price. It is an Armani fragrance, which they are going to be more expensive usually. And I would just say for the most part, everyone knows Versace Eros, and I'm talking about outside of the community. Probably not everyone out there, just your average guy owns Armani Profumo. Maybe they do, I don't know. But I would say if you're wanting something that's worn less by people, a little bit more unique, and is still extremely strong, go with Armani Profumo. This one is fantastic. Coming in at number 2, we have Dior Parfum. So this fragrance is incredibly strong. If you look at how much I have left in here, I haven't worn this much. I actually decanted it out and sold it online because I just wasn't wearing it, and a lot of people were asking to try it. So I just sold off a lot of decants. So this is how much I saved myself. And at first, I was kind of sad. I'm like, I should have saved myself more because I hardly have any left in here, and I don't want to have to buy another bottle. But then I really think about it and I think, you know what? When I wear this fragrance, guess how many sprays I go with? 1. I usually go with 1 spray when I wear this fragrance. That's how strong it is on my skin, and for a lot of other people as well. Maybe sometimes if I'm going outdoors, I'll go with 2 sprays. But really, generally, for me, 1 spray is all I need. It's going to be to where I can smell it all day, and people around me can smell it all day too. Very strong, very potent. It's a beautiful fragrance. It smells fantastic. Dior Parfum at number 2. Beast mode fragrance for winter by every stretch of the term. And coming in at number 1, you may be scratching your head. You may be thinking, what could he have put at number 1? What could be stronger than Dior Parfum? Or really, what could be better than Dior Parfum? And I'm going to tell you what it is. This is Tom Ford Tobacco Oud. So I forgot how strong this fragrance was up until about like a few weeks ago when I wore it again, and I was like, holy crap. I did 1 spray on my hand, and I was smelling it projecting off my hand like crazy the entire day. It did not let up at all. Very, very strong scent here. This one has a lot of depth to it. It comes across smelling very thick, very rich. When you smell it, you'll know what I mean. This isn't a light fragrance by any means. This one's strong. This one is heavy. This one can be a little bit too much for people. This one has tobacco and oud, obviously by the name, but it also has a nice whiskey note in the opening, so it's really a nice combination here. The oud in this fragrance doesn't come across like smelly or stanky or anything like that. It doesn't come across unappealing. It's a really nice supplemental note to a lot of the other notes going on in here, like the tobacco, like the whiskey. Really, really nice fragrance here. May not be for everyone, but it is still, in my opinion, a great, great beast mode scent for winter. It is a Tom Ford, and you may be thinking, oh, that's a private blend. I thought you were only including 1 niche fragrance. For me personally, I consider the Tom Ford private blends to be designer. That's kind of how I've kind of changed my mindset to be. Originally, I always kind of considered, like the Dior private collection, the YSL private collection, the Tom Ford private collection. I always considered that to be niche, and while a lot of the times these fragrances do smell more niche and they are more high-end, high quality, it's still from a designer house. So at the end of the day, for me, when putting these lists together, I want to try to keep it simple, and if it's Tom Ford, it's a designer. Some people may disagree, and again, I'm with you on the fact that this may be more niche smelling and niche price and niche quality than designer, but I kind of have to do what I have to do here. Tom Ford, Tobacco Oud, Beast Mode fragrance for winter. This one is killer. So guys, there you have it. That is my top 10 Beast Mode fragrances for winter. Make sure you let me know down below in the comments which fragrances in your collection are the most Beast Mode that you're going to be wearing for winter. And again, make sure you check out FragranceMatch.co. It's going to be the first link in the description. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night with another video. Take care.